happened?
Gang, dude. That's what happened. Motherfucking gang.
All right, so we're back on here. This is, if you're watching this on YouTube right now, then you're basically getting what we're going to release on the Patreon. But we wanted to finish talking about our plans for Sturgis and whatever else comes up in this conversation. So
yeah.
The
plans are still Days Inn Campground. 3rd to the 11th, I believe, is what we're planning on.
Yeah.
So that's leave the 3rd, get there the 4th, the Wednesday.
Yep. And the reason why we do that, if you haven't heard it enough, is we usually go the Wednesday to Friday. That way you can kind of enjoy riding like Iron Mountain, Needles, a lot of the major rides there before the massive amount of traffic shows up. And the reason why we pick Days Inn Campground is because it's centrally located alongside the main highway.
Come on with it. And most of you motherfuckers won't make it anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Let's be honest. Most of you are brand fallen motherfuckers that aren't going to make it to Sturgis. So no, it doesn't matter what camp out we're staying at, because you're going to be a bunch of fucking bitches staying at home. As I'm putting ice on this, nigga, I ain't got it like that. Sturgis is a struggle for me too, but guess what? I'm going to fucking make it. So suck a dick, tighten it up, make it to fucking Sturgis.
Be a man.
Shit, okay.
Yeah. Be a fucking man, dude.
Get a dragon tattoo. Be a man.
You don't even got to do that. Hey, you can't do that. Actually, that's fucking off limits. Come see me if you're going to do that. We'll fucking battle it out.
Get a lone wolf tattoo.
In the meantime, make it the fucking straight.
What did you like, James? What did you like about Sturgis last year that makes you want to be back this year?
It's hard to say. I think it's just a overall like comprehensive experience. It's not really any one pinpoint thing.
Yeah.
There's not a specific ride. There's not a specific
thing.
Place.
Yeah.
Thing. You know what I'm saying? It is a. I think I call it Disneyland for bikers.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it is, honestly, because it really. I guess what I mean by that is there's something for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And whether it's you rode a long ways to get there, whether you ride a long ways while you're there, I think the baseline we've established that is the people. I couldn't imagine going to Sturgis or really anywhere by myself, sitting there by myself.
Yeah.
Being an outlier looking in and then going home by myself. That would feel so empty to me. But going there with the family that we all have and actually experiencing everything that we do, that to me is what makes me come back. But that's so much of what we do in general. So Sturgis is just another stop in a lot of ways. But the cool part about Sturgis is it's not just a stop for us. It's a stop for so many people that we've connected with around the country, and they all come to that stop.
Yeah.
It's like we just did the podcast on our trip to the Northeast, and we're talking about pockets of people, right, in their town. Sturgis is essentially all of these pockets of people around the country coming to one pocket, if that makes sense.
It's a melting pot, basically.
It is.
You know, like
it is. It's for industry and non-industry folks alike. That's the cool part about it.
What I think you kind of touched on, what I like about Sturgis is there's not a gimmick to be there other than the fact that it's the biggest motorcycle rally there is, right? And it's tucked in some scenic views, whether you want the big sky country of the plains or you want to catch the Black Hills, you want to catch a little bit of history and like in Hill City and Deadwood. There's just so much more to absorb, whether you're the drinker partier or the Topo Chico drinking motherfucker that doesn't drink and wants to just see things.
Yeah.
There's everything for you there, you know?
If you're listening to this podcast, just know there is so much more fucking gay and more, oh my God, eye rolling, hell yeah, fucking brother, go fuck your mother kind of thing than you're ever going to want to see. Like, it just is. Like, as much as I had a blast last year, like, dude, I'm the fucking guy who loves strokers. I endorse strokers. And I'm telling you, with that background, I'm there going, oh my God, I wish half these guys would fucking kill themselves, like, on command. Like, just because there's so many of them and it's all the same fucking shit that if you're listening to this podcast, you're not going to love all of it. Like I said, find some fucking people to hang out with and do Sturgis with some people. Because if you just go out there, like, Sturgis ain't the event to freestyle where you're just like, oh, dude, I'm gonna go through and try to meet some people. No, you're gonna get stuck doing some fucking dumbass shit. You're gonna hate it. You're probably gonna sell your bike when you get home. If you're fucking coming to Sturgis, come to the Days Inn camp out. Fuck with us, and
We'll show you the right way.
yeah, we'll show you the right way. Because otherwise,
Show you
it's
how
gonna
to
be a
do
miserable
Sturgis.
experience.
Yeah.
Well, I think the great thing about it is that the platform we've been given, or the platform that, you know, with Jace or the platform that we've kind of created ourselves, just riding bikes in general. It's like when we went to Daytona. It's you show up and you know so many people there. You might not be best friends with them, but you know them. You interact with them daily on social media or whatever the fuck it is, and you show up there and it's like, it's just everybody's open arms. Our crowd, you know,
Yeah.
we're not talking about the Hell Yeah
I
Brothers.
feel like best case scenario, like you got to be a fucking savant on social media to show up and get what we had at Daytona. Like Daytona was awesome because Daytona was kind of the product of everybody that was there has done shit, has done multiple things. So it was almost like a reuniting. There was a few dudes that you had never met, but for the most part, everybody
Was vouched for.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
Daytona
it
was
was
like,
there.
yeah, everybody had their card punched already, and it was like, dude, I'm around real fucking dudes. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't like
That's
test-
kind of,
test
that's
your
kind of
weak
what I was
fucking
saying.
thing.
Like, you show up to Sturgis, there's gonna be a lot of fucking people there excited to see you, and you're excited to see them.
Hey,
like it's
fucking
a
new
fucking
guys.
good
Show
time.
up to Sturgis. Show up to Sturgis, and I'll fuck with you. Like,
Yeah.
come on, like, we'll hang out, and then guess what? I don't know. Just,
That's how you started.
Well, you
right?
set your own tone at that point. Like I said, if you're a good fucking dude, we'll fuck with you. If you're gay, go down the road, you know?
not necessarily gay. Everybody needs that fucking extra blowjob at the end
I'm
of the night.
sorry.
We're saying, like, if you suck,
Yeah.
it'll fucking weed itself out.
Yeah. The thing about Sturgis, man, it really is like it's the homecoming or the high school reunion of everything. in
And
my
it's
opinion.
been that way for 80
Yeah.
years, you know?
And-
That's why they did that in the middle of South Dakota, you know? That's where everybody met up to
We all
unwind and fucking
Yeah.
go crazy.
we all ride a similar style of bike, right? And over the last couple of years, that bike's gained popularity nationwide, worldwide, if you will. And every year, I've noticed an increase in guys like us
Yeah.
that have bikes that are, you know, not everybody can ride. I get it. Like, I don't want to like make people feel bad because they have the trailer, because fuck, we were considering it this year. But at the same time, like however you get to Sturgis, that's all that matters, is that you're there. Same thing like camp out, right? I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck if you trailer your bike
If you
to the camp
showed
out.
up in your car, as long as you're there.
It's some like, look, if you trailer to our camp out, we might poke fun.
There's gonna be a joke going around, all right?
But take it like a fucking man,
Right,
and then crack open a beer, down it, and party with us.
right.
Like, no, it's not like we're gonna be like, oh, don't talk to that guy. He trailered here.
Yeah, fuck
you know what I mean?
him.
Like, it's about you being there. It's about being present, man. That's more important than anything else. It's about being there. Jaden's been saying it in a very hostile way all night. It's about being there. It's about doing whatever you got to do to be there. We said it at the camp out. Hey, your bike doesn't work. Your paint didn't show up. Your motor didn't show up. Fucking drive.
Yeah.
You just can't make it. I mean, you can't substitute it. Like, whether or not your bike's ready, you just can't substitute being there. And there's so many dudes that think oh, I got to ride. Nobody cares. Like, that's the whole, like, obviously this whole thing's about riding, but guess what? Life happens to everybody. And if you can't ride, we get it. But if it's a fun-ass fucking weekend and it's somewhere near you and your bike's fucked, just drive, dude.
Show up.
I'm never going to go, oh, I kind of had fun with that guy, but he drove his fucking car or his truck, so I can't, like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like, it's...
And let's be real, 90% of the time, we're not on our bikes. We're hanging out,
1,000%.
fucking partying, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not. I've never been. I hope to be one day, the guy with like fucking super badass bike that I feel like I can flex on people. But dude, I'm not. Like, I'm the most stock to average. Like, I'm trying to do little shit to my bike. Come hang out, dude. I will never ostracize you. Whatever. Just come. However the fuck it comes. However it takes you to get there. Come on, bro. Come on.
Sturgis, I think, like I said, for me, it's a every year thing, and I know it's very
don't
hard.
show up to Sturgis without a bike. I'll fucking make fun of you like a motherfucker for that. Sturgis is the one exception. I'm joking.
You can rent one,
dude. I don't care.
Sturgis is an every year thing for me, business wise, and the fact that like it really is a homecoming for everybody in the industry. But it's also a great opportunity for everybody that is, an enthusiast that wants to show up, make new friends across the country. Maybe they couldn't come to our camp out or the up north camp out or one of the, hate to say it, V-Twin Visionary deals or something like that. But they have the opportunity to come to Sturgis and meet everybody and become a part of it. And I love that. And I want people to do that.
And the way we do it is not expensive. Like the way we do it, if you want to be a part of that, the way we do it is camp. Maybe it's not the most convenient, but
Comfortable.
We're comfortable, yeah. But we fucking camp. There's a nice showers on location right beside where we camp. There's a fucking bar. I mean, if the storm blows in like it did last year, we just go in the bar and fucking party.
You're not doing Sturgis any cheaper than what we're doing.
Yeah, we do it.
Paying for your camping and
Exactly.
just like all the amenities you said.
Exactly.
You're not
The
doing
way
any cheaper.
people
Anywhere
understand,
you
like
wanna go.
campgrounds up there, like they're not campgrounds like normal.
Oh, I'm going to Camp Zero, bro. Like that. No, dude.
Calm down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're
You're
trying to
not.
talk
Yeah.
queers
Live,
out of
laugh, love, motherfucker.
Listen to somebody.
So-
yeah, go buy the throw pillow.
The campsites up there, the way they work is you get a wristband for the camp out or the camps that you're paid to be a part of, and for the most part, not saying it's like you're gonna get fucking chased down like
It's
like,
not super strict.
It's not super strict, but it is depending on
Craig just rolls in like a boss.
If you have a campground, then you're going to get a wristband for that campground. And basically, you have to, if you're not a part of that campground, it's hard to get in. You might be able to do a Craig and just, like, be seen with the group so many times, they just assume you're part of it.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you have to be a part of that campground to stay there or get
Greg's
into
got that real big dick energy, though, where he's like, yeah, dude, I own this camp out. We're like, oh, yeah, okay.
And like I said, if you don't stay at Days Inn with us, you can still come party with us. I feel like you can sneak through the
figure it
cracks, is what you're, kind of what you're saying. You can sneak through the cracks and you can still come party with us, which is fucking great. Show up, be a part,
Well, I'm stoked about Sturgis. I mean, it's the next thing on the list for us. But maybe a loaded question here. But we've all joked about like what are we gonna do next year. But what are we gonna do next year, man? How are we gonna do this?
I defer to the
It's hard to say.
Man, I think
Pacific Northwest, motherfuckers. We all know.
that's it.
I'm down, but I'm scared.
It's hard to say because I feel
It's
like
a long 2 weeks.
I feel like, put it this way, if we're gonna do something that aggressive, right?
You wanna hit Canada.
Furthest mileage away that we've ever been, there's a chance that we may have to involve trailers, and we've never done that before.
How dare you?
And it's one of those things. It's an element that we've never considered, and we've never done. But in order to achieve what we're looking to achieve, we may need to.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, for a lot of us, right, that it's just a difficult pill to swallow. But ultimately, our window of time has not increased. Our window of time, if anything, decreases because of the demand that we have for our time every year. So
adding things like Sturgis and Daytona to the
yeah,
mix.
it's one of those things.
You only get so much.
Our
time
list of events and our list of people grows every year that we do this stuff. So if
so there's
we
more
continue,
people that's gonna want to do it with us.
No, it's not even that. I'm saying so if we continue to actually focus and commit to our personal trip that really has no bearing on the industry, on anybody else, if we do this for the homies, we have to do it so much smarter every single year, because every single time we do it, we literally just did a 4-hour podcast on how amazing the people in the Northeast were, right?
And how much the riding sucks. And
yes.
If you could knock out 1,200 miles with everybody in fresh bodies,
exactly,
whatever it is, where everybody shows up, and all of a sudden, now let's tackle the area. Like, let's not waste 2 or 3 days getting from fucking Texas to Washington.
Right.
Let's just fucking get there and then start the trip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's just one of those
essentially-
things. Like I said.
Or
let me just wrap up my comment real quick. So all I'm saying was that, so if we're gonna make the trip that we, I think, envision making, it's one of those things we have to do it very, very smart, because our additional obligations that we have, the list continues to grow.
Yeah.
And that means the time that we have for our homies trip either is the same or is even potentially reduced. So we just have to do it smarter. And that's, unfortunately or fortunately, we've done almost the entire lower 48, right?
Yeah.
So we're really, really close to that checkbox. And I'm so stoked to say that. But what we have left is essentially the hardest
To get to
part
yeah.
for us,
Absolutely.
where we are all located as like a home base, right?
Yeah.
So when we're in the deep south, to reach the furthest point north, or the furthest point northeast, or the furthest point northwest, it's a major fucking undertaking. And anybody who's from where we're from, or in reverse from where they're from, understands that, right?
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of guys from, I don't know, Oregon or Vancouver saying, "Hey, I'm just gonna rip to San Antonio real quick," because it's massive.
Right.
It's massive.
So do y'all feel like if we do Washington and Oregon, Idaho, do you feel like we have to go all the way to the coast, or do you feel like we can just
I would want to.
I do. I want to go to the Redwoods.
I
if
think
we go
that-
over there.
Well, that's
I think
that's
we're in
the
a
we're
weird.
talking about Southern Oregon,
we're in a
Northern
weird
California.
I think we're in a
Yeah.
weird spot, right? Because some of our core guys, they missed out on that trip. So they missed out on a lot of those states, right? And so there's part of me that want to help them get that, right? Which, let's be real, like if you go to Oregon, California, that's a fucking entire line knocked out, right? Arizona, that's easy as fuck to get. But to me, I think the hardest part is like what I realized about this trip going northeast is that like there's so much in between the lines that I don't want to miss. Like I felt like I missed in Maine and Vermont and New Hampshire and upstate New York, you know? And there, I don't really have much of a reason to go back to Maine. You know what I mean?
Never.
I don't. Like I colored in that fucking state on the fucking map, and so that part's accomplished. But there's nothing else drawing me there other than hopefully we do our dream of doing Halifax and Nova Scotia,
Yeah.
right?
No, well, that's kind of what I'm saying is like, do you feel like, I know everybody wants to ride the coast, but do you feel like if we just went up and say did the west side of Yellowstone through Idaho and hit Glacier National, go to Alberta, dip into Canada, and then cut over and not go all the way to like Seattle, but just
I don't think
cut
that
off?
that's gonna really. I think that realistically, what we have to kind of come to terms with is the Canada dip or not. The Canada dip is the thing I think is going to add the days that realistically, there's no way that I don't think any of us want to make it to Seattle and not see the coast.
Well, I mean, if you're on Seattle, you're on the coast. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
Seattle's
you're in it, but you're not. Let's be real, you're not on the coast.
No, you're on the coast of Seattle.
Actually,
Seattle's like a
Seattle's
a
no.
port.
Yeah, it's like being in Stockton. It's not a port on the coast the way that that San Francisco.
I'm not saying they have
is.
great writing, but I'm saying you're on the
You're
coast.
still 50, 60 miles from the coast.
I'll tell you what. If we go to the Pacific Northwest, Seattle is not the destination that I'm hanging my hat on.
I agree.
Everything
That's why I'm trying
but
to throw
Seattle.
it out there. Yeah, like,
To me, so we just did essentially
I've
a
been
quote
there.
unquote big city trip, right? Pacific Northwest is the exact opposite of big city trip. I don't want to see a motherfucking city as far as I'm concerned.
See
that, bro?
I want to see.
Look at that.
I want.
It's
I
not
don't
the
care
coast,
about
bro.
the fucking.
look, it dips down.
I don't
That's-
care about the fish market.
coast.
None of that shit. Take me to the fucking woods. Let
fucking
me
Houston,
see
bro.
some.
You're right. On
You know
that.
what I'm
Like,
saying?
There's
Fuck
shit
this
100
city.
miles north of
Fuck-
Seattle.
That's
You
why.
can
That's
see
why I
this.
want. That's why I want the West so bad because I think what I miss. I even missed it last year on our trip when we did through Yellowstone. I miss that vibe of one night we're in a city and we're hitting the bars, and the next night we're camping in a desolate area that is a desirable place to camp at. I miss that.
I'd rather take a medium city, if you will, like major
Yeah.
metropolitan area. I just when it comes to motorcycling, that's not my desired location.
True.
Riding in DFW sucks a dick, right?
Yeah.
Riding in New York City, Boston, Massachusetts, fucking Dallas, Texas, Austin, Texas, and Houston, Texas. Fuck them all.
It's not fun.
Los Angeles, California,
Yeah.
San Francisco, fuck them all.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
That's right, the weed Oregon, boys.
I want everything in between because that's to me that's what truly feeds me is the in betweens.
Well,
I
that's-
could give
that's
a
where we
fuck about the metropolitan.
where we seem to have
I'm not
the
looking
best
to make a
times also,
living.
too, you know?
I'm looking to live my life on the roads that are not in the major metropolitan area.
So, with the idea of going northeast, I mean, there's so much great shit to. I mean, no matter how you look at it, we're basically hanging our hat the first night in Colorado, which is
Colorado Springs.
definitely something that none of us are mad at. You know what I mean?
Wait, that's not true though.
If we were going
if we
northeast
trailer-
or west,
If
northwest.
if we trailer,
Fuck trailer. We
Here's
ain't
the
trying
deal:
to shit.
if we
No,
trailered,
I'm saying,
if we
dude.
trailered,
if we
the
trailer,
only
we
only
could get
viable
there
place
in a
that makes
day.
sense to trailer to is to Phoenix. It's the only place because you need to go somewhere
No,
where you can
not if we're going
go
to the Pacific
and make
Northwest.
because from there you can easily make the loop and come back, and that's a day drive home in a trailer from Phoenix. If you go to Denver's only 900 miles away. It's not 1,100 miles.
Map.
That's what I was saying. I was saying if you're gonna trailer, listen. I'm not trailering a fucking place until I click off every lower 48 state by riding. I'm not doing it. Out of the question.
It's a fair thing. That's why I
But
said that this
after I
trip-
click them all off, we can buy a goddamn big ass trailer. We can load everybody's shit up, and we can fucking go somewhere.
That's why I said that next year's trip might have to be still just in the United States.
So, also, as somebody that did not make the first trip, I would also say I would not hold you guys accountable. Like, I've already told you, I was like, hey, dude, next time you do a pot, like, you're like, oh, I'm going to go. I may just fucking tag along because just knock those ones off. Like, I would not ever expect for anybody on a big trip to break off, like, oh, hey, we got to go through here so you can get these states knocked. Like, no, dude,
Well,
I miss out. I'll get that shit on my own.
There's also the thing of like
We're gonna trailer to Salt Lake City.
No, we're not.
that's a long trailer.
1,200 miles. We're gonna go to Rotterdam Garage. We're gonna park the trailer.
There you
We're
go.
gonna do a big
We do
ass
have a
loop,
spot
and we're gonna go back.
So
It's so fuck. I'm telling you, we
if
can get there
if we
in
did
one day.
Glacier National Park, the northern part of Glacier,
Grill
which is right there northwest, right? It's only 171 miles to Calgary, and we have a spot to stay in Calgary.
We do for sure, but the problem is that 170 miles there turns into either a
But
direct.
you're cutting back over to.
How long is it going to take to
Washington.
cut back over, and how long are border checks going to take out of the days?
I don't think so. Which they're not open right now, so we can't do it. But
So, yeah,
maybe
well,
next year.
Maybe next year, but at the same time, like you got to think like. I was talking to Smiley,
Dude, and right-
or,
oh my
Shorty, or Smarty. It's too many.
Damn, bro.
Suspension
Smiley,
by
Shorty.
suspension by
Carol?
Carol Burks.
yeah. So, and he was saying like border checkings can take time.
One second.
No, I don't think on a bike, but
Bro,
Yeah.
I just solved our dilemma, so I don't know why y'all even talk about it.
bitch, I ain't trying to nowhere.
I'm not.
I'll meet you there.
I'm not opposed
Okay.
to that. I just think that like
I ain't got as much
maybe
time
to
as you, bro. That's
maybe
the
to
deal.
Cody's deal, like I think that it's probably a fair assessment to like, look, let's knock off the lower 48
While we can.
while we can on the
And-
bikes.
Which we
On the
have.
We would have if we do this trip next year in the lower 48.
Correct.
Well, right now, yeah, but no, we're not talking right now. They're still shut down. They can't leave their country
Yeah,
right now.
and let's be real, they're not going to change right
Yeah.
now. A year from now,
Maybe no, maybe not. Yeah.
come on.
So maybe in Northwest.
If we
is
go to
not-
Salt Lake City, we could ride enjoyably
we could.
Idaho, Washington and Oregon and Canada.
If you want to be a real cunt, we could make that in 24 hours.
Exactly. We can be there in one
I'm
day.
talking about riding.
No, you could not.
You can ride 1,200 miles in a day.
We could do that.
Okay, okay. We're gonna ride 1,260 miles in one day.
You
on
can.
Monday.
I'm just
Okay,
saying. I'm not saying it's
okay.
gonna be fucking enjoyable.
Okay.
I'm
Hey,
not
no.
gonna say it's
Rob
enjoyable.
did it.
Huh?
Rob did it.
Not 1,200.
He did 1,200 miles from the moment he left Wyoming to East Texas was 1,200 miles. It's 1,250 miles.
Did he really?
Yeah. When he woke up with Jaden at some random hotel, and he rode back, that was 1,200 miles. He said that he had some issues, like he was kind of sick afterwards, but
I mean, grow up, be a man.
He's better man than I am.
The
I'm getting
most
too,
miles-
I'm getting too old for this shit.
well,
dude.
That's
I've
what
done,
I'm saying. You gotta
I've
do it
done
now.
1,100 miles
That's what
twice.
I'm saying. Let's get there and be fresh. Why destroy our entire trip to get there?
If you get there in 2 days, you got fucking 14 days, 13, 14 days.
Didn't we just
enjoy the
display
Northwest?
how much we don't want to be on the bikes once we get to places? Here's the thing. We don't go to bed and be regular human beings. We're extra as fuck, and we party, and we do dumb shit. So
Okay.
that makes just the motorcycle riding
But
aspect of
we've
it
also
not easy.
Which I know it's hard with a big group, but we've also never done a 1,000 or 1,100 mile first date.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could.
We could.
We could.
We did 800 something.
If
or
we
whatever
did
in
from
Colorado.
here to like, if we did from here, the problem is like, from here to Colorado Springs is
Colorado Springs is like
800 miles,
something,
right?
750,
But from
yeah.
that point on, we're in the fucking mountains.
Where it's
That's not where
beautiful.
it is beautiful, but
It's
we're going to be
slow
at
rolling.
night. At that point,
that's
to do 1,100 miles, we're going
No,
to be at
but we
night.
leave at midnight here.
We left at 3 o'clock in the morning last time.
Okay, leave them
And we didn't get there till damn near sundown.
And we had a breakdown. And we had a
We did have a breakdown.
fucking.
We
had.
honestly though, let's
We
be
can't.
real.
We
didn't
gotta grab
stay-
snacks at a gas station. We can't sit down at Chili's every fucking
Okay.
stop.
We're gonna do 19 hours of gas and goes, are we?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, y'all need to be realistic with this shit. We're not. I'm tough, but I'm not that tough. And neither are you. Or you? No, we're not.
I just did it, bitch.
Okay.
Daytona.
Okay.
It's easy by yourself.
It is easy by yourself. It's so easy.
Adderall, baby.
You guys know?
I'm
I had done a 24-hour trip without some. Hey-o.
I think that we have a lot to talk about the trip next year, but
for sure.
at the same time, like, part of me,
Guess what, you cunts? You won't be a part of that either. Just so you know. Like everybody who
Jake,
loves
calm down.
they're like love the triple. Guess what? You won't be a part of that. You won't. But it just is what it is. That's our trip planning.
I kind of need it. I need the what we talked about. I need the excitement from everybody else. You know, sometimes I might lose interest, but then Jaden pops in and goes, he puts a fucking timer up, 120 days and 14 hours and 37 minutes and 16 seconds, and we're on the road to so I'm like, okay, yeah, fuck yeah, let's go. You know,
Don't make me come by the shop, son.
it's like I don't know, man. Like that's technically Northwest is now a last frontier for myself with friends. You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I still have Minnesota, Iowa, North Dakota. I have those states I haven't ridden in yet, and I'll have to figure that out at some point. It's not something I want to drag any of us into.
Rip
But
them all. They're so amazing.
So Kyle's shitty family is from up there, and we've already decided.
He's from Missouri, bro. It's not even close to up there.
Okay, well, we've talked about taking extended, like, dude, we're not going to spend long talking to Kyle's family, so we're going to see them and then fucking get the fuck on the road and just knock out that whole, like, shitty part of the country.
So
Like,
doing-
basically, the ass crack of the country, we're just going to knock it out kind of in one thing.
Quote unquote, on the way to Sturgis this year, I'm making a stop through Minneapolis. Super on the way out of the way, but family. So
yeah,
that's all part of it.
I feel like I go to
That's
Sturgis so
interesting,
much
yeah.
that I'll knock off North Dakota at some point just on a whim. And, you know, it's only like 50
You
or
wanted
60
to
miles.
do it last year. You wanted to just do
No,
a
that
dip.
was, I think that was Jaden.
That was me.
You wanted to do a
I was
dip.
like, I found the bar, guys. Come on. And everyone's
But
like,
I will-
fuck you.
I will have to do it this year because
then,
you got to knock it off at some point. And there's no point to go to.
I
North
found the
Dakota.
bar like 50 miles north of the border. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I fucking crossed the border. Like, it was a ways in, and it seemed like a real fucking cool bar.
Let's do it this year.
Yeah, I just
I think I did laundry that day. Everybody else was like, yeah, fuck off, nerd. I'm going to do this. I'm
And
going
you
to do
stopped
that.
and took a
The thing about-
picture at every fucking state sign.
the thing about going northwest now. Yeah.
Guilty as charged with the six sounds.
The thing is, we go northwest. Like, the one thing I missed about doing this trip was stopping, seeing things instead of blasting through it. And the one thing I would love to do, let's just say that, like, hypothetically, we did a blast here to we kind of mimicked the same route up into Salt Lake as we did the first trip, and then from there we kind of took it deeper north and over.
Could you imagine spending, call it 10 days in 3 states, and that's it? 3 states and Canada, I guess.
See, you guys are still on Canada, and I'm not opposed
I'm not
to it.
so set on Canada because my Canada
if
was
I
not
go-
that direction. My
Yeah.
Canada is the totally opposite direction.
I'd be honest with you.
Banff?
Don't get me wrong.
It-
I want to
there's-
see it.
there's
Banff
badass.
is way
I can- I
prettier
can
than
get-
Nova Scotia.
Yeah, but I could get Banff. I could give Banff 10 days. That's what I'm saying. It's so
You could,
everything.
but when are you going to do that?
I know exactly. We want.
I don't
do it
think
all,
that
but,
like
like
it's realistic
the
at all
timeline
right now to go to
is
Canada.
not realistic.
Oh, well, are you talking about for the restrictions or what?
I think 2 things: restrictions, one, but B, I don't think that we have enough time off to really enjoy it. We just learned how complicated it was to do a longer extended trip,
It's huge, dude. It's so
mileage
big.
wise. Now, don't get
So
me wrong,
big.
we did it in the same time frame, and we ended up having the same mileage. But how many times, like, we did the same mileage to Sturgis, but we also
We spent
rode.
a week in Sturgis.
We spent a week in Sturgis and a week outside of Sturgis, and still had 4,500 miles. We did the San Francisco into Born Free trip, but we spent 3 days
3 days in Venice.
Venice, 2 days in wasn't it like 2 or 3 days in NorCal? Not in the same spot, but
Okay, but on this trip, we only spent 2 days in 2 different spots.
Correct.
exactly.
That's still 4 days.
But we also
There was a 3-day layover on the first trip in whatever.
Venice.
Kyle and I were there for all 3
That was
days.
Venice, yeah.
Plus a day or 2 on the backside.
Yeah,
But
that's
when
what I'm
y'all
saying.
say that, what's his name, the rich dude's thing in Venice, I want to say that was a 3-day stop total for you.
It was.
It was 3 days. 3 days in Venice.
But that was, if I also understand, that was on the trip. But I think that was y'all's only
extended stay.
Yeah, where you were like, "Fuck it, this is our rest and relaxation days."
It was.
So that's the way I remember it.
I don't know.
I don't know, dude, because every day, y'all remember, like, every single day was 400 to 500 miles.
Exactly.
I don't know, bro. I'm just saying. I'm being realistic. My ass is getting beat up. Like,
That's why you better do it now.
We got to knock out. I mean, there's no doubt about it. The next year has to be those corner states up there. But I guess the biggest question is going to be: do we try to make it to where it's the most beneficial time wise within 14 days, like we normally do?
I feel like if we're gonna truly do those places justice, right? I don't just want to dip my toe. You know what I'm saying?
We
like,
just dipped our toe in the whole Northeast.
But what if I think that we could do this?
Exactly. It sucks fucking dick.
Exactly.
I'm kind of with James.
There's so much more beauty up in the Northeast that we just said
ridden,
fuck off because we're on a timeline.
Y'all would cross off a lot of the states, dude. I think.
Dude, I think that we could. So if you think about if you can give yourself an imaginary like United States right now, and we do that same route to Salt Lake.
Pull up the United States.
that same
Pull
route
up
to
Google
Salt
Maps,
Lake.
goddammit.
If we did the same thing to Salt Lake, you could easily from Salt Lake jump into Idaho.
But would it not be quicker going the route that we kind of did Colorado Springs, going straight to Denver and going straight up that way?
Well, at that point, you'd have to cut over and go all the way west. But the way we did to Salt Lake, we cut through a lot of the mountains. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not saying we have to do the exact same route.
Yeah,
but
right.
The idea is that we get on the road and we actually see shit. I don't really want to just smash miles. I want everything.
I think if we're gonna do that trip, if we're gonna do that far northwest trip, we're gonna have to blast past Denver and all that and get up into the western side of Yellowstone, Idaho.
Realistically, think about it like this: we can very comfortably and easily make it to Colorado Springs the first day. It's only 800 miles, right?
Yeah, we've done
it. It gives us a nice place to have a beer and a meal at night and say like, hell yeah, we did it, right?
Yeah.
Day 2, we can go so much further than Silt like we did the first time, right?
Yeah.
We can easily make it to Grand Junction.
But we won't be going west. We'll still be going north, right?
They'll be going west at that point. We can easily make it to that or the Utah border before we have to stop that night. So day 2 would be there. Day 3, we can blow past Salt Lake and make it to, I wouldn't say Jackson Hole, but somewhere almost in that Wyoming Utah border.
Jackson Hole's expensive as fuck, boy.
Yeah.
Like that's the you want a hamburger? It's gonna be $25. Like
we can easily
like ski resort prices. Oh crap, baby.
We can easily we can shave a few things on that route, but what I'm saying is what we can do is we can do the Northeast, but instead of like put it like this, we would never go further south than San Francisco in California before we headed back west, and still cut across different parts of Yosemite.
See, my map is showing me to go. You go straight north out of Denver. You go to Laramie, Wyoming.
Cut over. You avoid the mountains.
And you're taking Interstate 80. I know, but we've already. What I'm saying is,
I would never like a solo trip to listen to me.
Yes, I know we want to go through those beautiful spots, right? But if
come on, bro, let's go through Cody, Wyoming. I held it down for you like a year ago. Come on.
If we're making time and we're going the quickest way and we get north.
Hey!
And we get north.
Hey. That damn, it's big.
These 3 states are what we're talking about.
Yes.
One day.
Realistically, I feel like we need to go up and go through Spokane to Seattle and then down through Portland, Eugene.
Sure. You're gonna lose.
All the way up through.
Lose your boy out here for about a day and a half.
All the way up through Idaho, west in Washington, and then down the coast of Oregon
Yeah,
through the NorCal redwoods.
agreed.
That's the trip, and then back to Salt Lake.
That's
the trip.
I wouldn't go back. I would go back to San Francisco and cut through straight west and hit some of those those parts of the Yosemite we haven't done, and go through Nevada and then go do some things in Utah that we had to skip last time. Remember?
And that's what I'm saying. I'm so down. The fact
Where's weed? Where's Saxon? Pull up. Where's weed, Oregon? Right, find it. It's somewhere over here. It's between these two.
But y'all, so I guess we're on different pages. Y'all are talking about hitting shit that we've kind of already done.
I mean, yeah, we've already done a lot of this, but
we haven't though.
Yes, we have.
No, we've done.
NorCal.
We've done. We've done a lot of these states, but until we get into outside of Yellowstone, into whatever parts of Montana or Idaho we're doing.
All
West
of Oregon,
Yellowstone.
And James is talking about getting back to Salt Lake City. So you've got from wherever the fuck you come back down, you've got all of this, which none of y'all have done.
We don't want.
And then you just got to get back here. James is onto something as far as you got all of Oregon. Because
give us
what I
10
understand,
days
all of
to
Oregon is
explore that
badass.
whole area.
Oregon is fucking.
I would be.
From what I understand, Oregon is
in
awesome.
heaven.
Oregon West
So-
Coast.
no
the
matter
east
how you
side of
look at
Oregon
it-
is shit.
No matter how, yeah,
Yes, Idaho though.
we're gonna. That's why I say that we have to go up there and hit the coast and come down into California.
You're gonna have to
and then
ride
cut
Highway
over.
1
So we're
from
not gonna go
Washington-
back up north to Salt Lake City. We're gonna cut across the middle of the states
Yes.
and hit some of Utah. Realistically, we'll be
north
hitting
of Utah.
Durango on the way home, and then bam, we're gonna catch some of the things that we love to do, some of the things that we've missed in Utah. And yeah, we're gonna get stuck in a fucking shit show in Nevada going through maybe we can go to fucking Area 51. I don't know.
Now, Sax, I do think
Area 51.
I do think there is something about this area here.
There's
that
nothing there.
It may not be the biggest state-wise, but I think there's something about. Hey, come on, bro.
It's lag.
I think there's something about this fucking area that may be as rewarding as 15 states on the other side of the country. There's just something about this. I swear to God, I think all of it's gonna fucking be badass.
But see, I want to go up through. I want to go up through.
Up through Idaho.
I actually want to go up through Idaho Falls, but into Montana and over to.
I'm fine with that.
Yes.
I'm totally.
That's
'cause we just
all.
dipped our toe in
That's
Montana.
all Glacier National Park right there,
Exactly.
north
So-
of Bozeman, and all that is.
Exactly. So if we give ourselves that time window to go all the way up through the whole park and actually move our way west, then through the state of Washington and down in through the redwoods of Western Oregon, dude, that would be the trip.
I think
No
you're-
rush, a true experience.
We have to really understand, okay, we have to be real with ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Here's the deal with a trailer, right? No matter how you look at it, there's possibly gonna be 9 of us again.
You're
We're gonna have
not
to get another trailer.
You're gonna have to have 2 trucks, 2 trailers,
Right.
If you can get that.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like
I don't
the
know who's
trailer
got another
thing.
trailer,
That's
but-
why I kind of am adopting Cody's idea of let's say we've from Dallas ridden all this shit. So we have to be realistic. What is it going to take to get to Salt Lake? I think that honestly,
160 miles.
I think that's it. I mean, yeah. I mean, because if you do Salt Lake through Durango, then yeah, it's the fastest. That's the way it's going to take you through Durango, through Moab, up to Salt Lake.
And see, are y'all talking about hitting that first stop?
It's west of Durango.
Because that is not the quickest route
Moab.
from here. It's
To
quickest
Salt
route
Lake, the fastest route is through Durango.
To
to
the
Salt Lake.
west
But
of
why are you
Durango
going to
through
Salt Lake
Moab.
if we're going to hit West Yellowstone, Idaho, Bozeman? That's not the quickest route.
That's directly north, though.
Yeah, from Salt Lake.
Google from Dallas.
Right here.
Not
right
Bozeman, not
Dallas to Bozeman.
No,
Do
from
that.
Dallas to Salt Lake.
Just to show you the route.
Dallas, Salt Lake, right
Yeah.
there.
I
Dallas,
see
Salt
that.
Lake.
I
All right.
see that.
So move the deal
Fuck New Mexico.
fastest way. So move the deal north.
But we're not.
Saks.
Why are we trying to go to Bozeman? I mean, Salt Lake on the way there.
Well, here's the deal. We're not hitting Salt Lake on the way back. We're going to be much further south.
We would if we did a
You sit
circle.
down, you fucking look at a map, you figure it doesn't just fucking present itself.
So
It never
you're talking
fucking
about
walks.
From
going
there, you go straight
north,
up to
right?
Idaho Falls into
Exactly.
fucking Butte. We won't hit Bozeman, but we'll hit Butte and that Missoulia or where the fuck
Yep.
up. Yeah, that's a fucking solid route.
That's
Okay,
what I'm
so
saying.
okay,
So you-
Sax, if you can just Google from here to Helena, right there in Montana, the capital. Just Google that and see what the route is. It's not through Salt Lake.
I want to hear it.
That's what it is.
It's Helena, bitch.
Helena, fuck that bitch.
He's in elite.
Oh, fat bitch. Sound like a fat girl I used to fuck.
Oh god damn.
Oh, Helena.
1,260 miles.
Not even close to the same route.
Yeah, that's okay. Then.
That's the quickest. Why not do
Dude,
that?
1,600 miles is New York from here. Straight shot.
Why
I'm
do
not-
you wanna,
I'm not
why
talk-
do you want to do that though?
It's
We're
boring.
trying to get
We're
somewhere
trying-
we've never been. I
Yeah.
ain't trying to go through Salt Lake again.
We're going to Salt Lake so we can ride Idaho.
I've been through Pueblo. I've been to
Helena.
Springs, I've been to Denver.
Helena
Shit,
is
I've
Montana.
definitely been to
So we're
I
gonna,
bet
so
Cody,
we're saying we're
Wyoming,
going to
somewhere along
Helena,
that motherfucker
and then we're
route,
going to just
too.
barely graze Idaho.
Okay, so Google. Okay, so Dallas to West Yellowstone. Sex.
Dallas to West Yellowstone. Just, yeah.
Do that. Dallas to West Yellowstone.
fucking do it.
I've always wanted to do a recording of the podcast of this exact thing.
Trip.
Because this
Hey,
is all we...
wasn't this supposed to be on Sturgis?
Yeah.
Nope.
Go fuck your mother. That's what I said to everybody.
Right there. You hit Idaho right there. In West Yellowstone.
I'm not saying you don't
That's
hit
exactly
Idaho.
what we've already done.
You would hit Idaho either way. I'm saying riding Idaho. The whole concept of the Northwest trip is to ride the 3 states that essentially have been untouchable.
Yeah.
Idaho,
We
Washington,
about to ride that motherfucker.
Oregon.
And when you
Exactly.
leave West
So the
Yellowstone
best
right
way-
there, you're gonna hit that squiggly ass
I'm
road and
saying-
then go north.
I'm saying the best way to actually capture the essence of those 3 states, trailer to somewhere like Salt Lake, do a 10-day fucking commitment loop, and
I'm
come
out.
back to your trailer and come to fuck home.
I'm out on the trailer until I
Okay.
hit Lower 48.
All right,
so
brother. You
whatever
can ride
y'all-
up, meet us up there.
Whatever y'all want
and
to
we'll
do.
be fresh
We
as
don't
shit.
have trucks to do that. Or trailers.
Yeah, we do. Cody just bought a new truck today.
You got a trailer? You got a trailer?
I'm getting a U-Haul, goddammit.
Shit.
Shit.
Yeah, you haul that hauls one bike.
Man.
I think it's... I mean,
we
the
gotta
reason
know
I-
somebody. Fucking oil field's full of trailers.
The reason
I
I,
mean-
like the whole going through Colorado is it like
Because
you
Colorado's
get to
majestic.
enjoy
I understand that.
riding a little bit quicker. Like you get to do that one day of like solid push, and then you get to like, okay, now I get to see
enjoy
shit.
it. Yeah,
You know,
I understand
And
that.
going to Salt Lake City, like Salt Lake City is not necessarily a destination.
No.
I think honestly, you can easily go up Colorado Springs, cut over like we did last time, make it to probably Grand Junction or further on day 2, make it past Salt Lake City, possibly into Pocatello or where the fuck that is in Idaho on day 3. And you're talking about 3 days in and you're already in Idaho, right? 4, you're like, let's just say 4, you're fucking scramming north and you're like, maybe you find a dope spot in Montana. We stay in Montana one night. Day 5, we go to Spokane. We're in Spokane for a night. Day 6, we're in Seattle. Day 7, we're in Portland or something in that vicinity that people want to be at. Day 8, we're on the coast. Day 9, we're in the coast down in California.
I think y'all kidding yourself. I think you start adding up the mileage on this trip, and it sounds easy. The exact same thing that we was talking about last year. And we started saying, oh, we're going to end up in goddamn Vancouver, Canada. And then suddenly we realized we're at 7,500 miles. Don't get me wrong. On paper, I think it's doable, right? Because we're like, 1,200 miles, we can knock that out. Bro, we get beat. And not to mention, we don't do the nightlife light. So we cannot discard that fact.
The thing is that
So
when we
have
go
motherfuckers
this way,
waking
though,
up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon because they went hard in Pocatello, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't fucking work, bro.
So
it
about
doesn't
that-
work. We're going to end up going to Pocatello Pocatello to Idaho Falls because a goddamn motherfucker got smashed out the last night. That's how it works, dude.
I know we talked about that, but I don't remember anybody not getting up until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I feel
So
like
this is what I would say to that
West
noise.
Coast time. Bro.
Here's the deal. The thing about going west, and we're fresh off this East Coast trip where we were in a city every night. So we had to find a bar every night. The thing is, when we go west, we're not finding bars.
No.
We're fucking finding gas stations with beer, and we're taking it back to where we're staying.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's not a 4 a.m. kind of thing.
I don't remember there one
y'all.
day being any.
All right, semantics, Jaden.
Okay.
Semantics.
All right.
I don't remember anybody being the asshole. We're like, oh, we're so and so.
No, it's not. He's exaggerating.
You know
but
what I'm saying, though.
we don't. Yeah, we honestly
what I'm
never
saying,
get on
dude.
the road
I'm
before
not
12
good
because
at getting up early.
because we
except for the
wake up at
first
11
fucking
and
day.
we got to get fucking breakfast. So
Exactly.
Motherfuckers gotta eat.
grab a biscuit at the gas station. Let's
Just
go.
saying.
If they got them, dude,
I'm
it's the
trying to
west.
set us up for
A
success.
honey bun, nigga.
And I feel
I'll
like
fuck
it
with a
can
honey
be
bun,
done.
baby. Come on.
I don't disagree. I think that like that this.
And
I
I'm
mean,
not
this is
saying
a
Salt Lake's-
challenge, dude. This is a challenge.
Fuck
It
yeah,
is.
it's a challenge.
We
It
got to
is
figure
literally
out how to
the
make.
furthest from home that we would.
We
ever
have to
go.
figure out how to make the furthest travel thing from home, experience the most, and make the best out of it. Because people are gonna want to fucking know how we figured out how to do it.
And I'm not saying Salt Lake City is some super desirable destination.
I'm
or
not
anything
saying-
like that. But guess what? We could probably throw a trailer in Johnny's fucking back.
You're still in
alley,
the
you know?
trailer shit. We're not.
I
on
don't know
trailer
if we
shit.
can all get trailers. That's the biggest problem.
I feel like it can happen.
Because here's
if
the
we
deal.
commit to it.
Here's the deal. The trailer thing is also this, right? So like, let's say we have 2 trucks that are capable of pulling 4 bike trailers, right? That's 8 bikes, and then
We gotta know who's even interested in doing this shit too.
Everybody.
Everybody. What does that mean?
I don't
9
feel like
motherfuckers
I
that
don't
are-
feel like this is the trip to do the trailer thing on. It's just we're this close
I
to
feel like
saying.
it's the exact trip to do the trip.
I think the trip to do the trailer on is the one we dip into
guess.
fucking Canada
Why?
because that's
So what-
where we're
what's
going to be
different
even
between-
further.
What's difference between taking a trailer to Salt Lake City versus taking a trailer to fucking Des Moines, Iowa? What's the difference?
We're not going into Canada on this trip.
I'm
We're
telling you right
barely
now,
not
if
going
I
into
get that
Canada.
close to Canada, I'm going into Canada.
Good
That's
luck.
what I'm saying. We're
Good luck.
barely not going in though.
I'm staying in Western Washington, doing a little bit of this, boy.
You're gonna go to Oregon and where all the drugs are legal, and you're gonna get.
I ain't nobody worried about that.
You're gonna be fucking doing heroin.
I got
What happened to Jaden? Oregon's got Jaden now.
no, dude, no.
Dude, the thing about this stuff is that I think that on a map, I think that we all get. I mean, James already said it. Like we think about one day of 400 miles,
not
and we're like,
tough.
oh fuck yeah, I can do 400 miles. I've done it a million times.
Right.
But I haven't. When you do it back to back to back to back.
It tiring.
When
as
it was
fuck.
day 11,
I get it.
12,
I
13,
get it.
whatever, we were getting beat up on 200 or 300 mile days.
Yeah.
Okay, let's be honest.
Struggle.
Let's be honest with
That's
ourselves
what I'm
though.
trying to be honest with.
We go west and you're in the fucking mountain range. It's a lot cooler than it was.
It is
I really
cooler.
think the
Agreed.
heat beat
Until-
our ass.
Agreed.
Until we
until
br-
there's
until we-
a western
until we-
fucking heat wave.
Till we bring that heat wave, baby.
I think that
That's
up
the thing,
there,
you don't
past
know.
that line right there, I think we should be pretty solid.
Yeah.
Dude, you know how chilly I thought it was gonna be once we got into fucking
But-
Maine and wherever the
but
fuck.
we also
And it
gotta
was
be-
99 goddamn degrees.
We
Like,
also
I thought
gotta
we
be-
was gonna be good too.
We also got to be honest for ourselves too. Washington, Oregon does not have the best weather.
No, exactly.
Rain.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean we have to do that probably in the same June months.
August is probably the best month to go to.
Well, Sturgis is in the
Yeah,
way of that.
Sturgis, yeah.
So
But
Sturgis extended again.
Yeah, you're talking about
yeah, let's just take it off of Sturgis, man. We leave right here and just.
No.
yeah, that's totally worked
Negative.
out last year.
That's literally what our idea was last year.
Yeah. There's no way, man. There's
I'm
part
on
of
a
me,
different page. I'm on
dude.
a
There's a
different
part of
page.
me that wants to ride back to California this year.
Hard to me that's right
I don't even know. I don't don't even know how else to say. Like, I know that if we're gonna get the best out of this trip, I think we need to be smart about it. We literally gassed ourselves out going to just north of San Francisco, right? Look how much fucking further it is to go as far as we're talking about going. I'm not trying to say this is what it is. But
it's been so long since then that I forget, and I want to live with that forget.
I don't forget. That's the thing.
And I just want to like do it and be like, James, why don't you tell me this fucking thing was so far?
I don't know. I'm not gonna forget it because I know how much of a savior it was. A saving fucking grace to chill in Malibu for a couple of days. Because if we didn't have that, these motherfuckers would have been dead. Like, I would have been dead. All of us would have been fucking dead, dude. To do it in such a short window of time is just rough. We went to Bodega Bay through, and not the fast way, through Colorado, through Utah, through Nevada.
Look how far north we were.
Dog, we went.
And how far we dropped down to go to Reno.
Yeah.
I mean, damn near when we were in Salt Lake, we were right there. We would have went straight across from there. We would have been Eureka and all that shit.
Drag that line up to Colorado Springs, Salt Lake City, Reno.
No, it's right there. You see the line right there.
I know. I'm saying drag your little.
Nobody else can see this.
Blue
we're looking at it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, we're looking at it. That's who can see it. Drag your little blue line up to Reno, Salt Lake.
See that? Oh, they can? Oh shit. Okay.
Okay.
Okay then. Shit. My bad.
Drew your little, your little blue line up to Reno, Salt Lake, and
I say if we can make Salt Lake by day 2 or day 3.5, day 3.
That's murder.
Day 2.5. If we put it like this, if we can get past Salt Lake, even if it was Ogden, we can get there by day 3, and have a short enough day to where we're fucking rested up and ready, dude. We need to figure out what the fuck we want to do here instead of just picking random places that don't really have. We don't know what the fuck is there.
I feel like going up there though, you're just going for the scenery. There's nothing. There's no special town you're trying to hit.
Absolutely.
You're going strictly for the scenery.
We have enough time to figure out what there is to see and what we should be doing.
There has to be we got to find some Pacific Northwesterners that can actually say this is what's what.
I'm doing a bike. I'm doing 2 bikes right now.
It's
one for a dude
on
just south of Seattle, and one for a dude just north of Eugene.
There's got to be some education up there because
it's all going to be on the coast.
A lot of it will be, but I think so. I don't even know exactly where the redwoods start. And
they
end.
start close,
very
down,
south.
Go down, go south.
I need that in my life.
Go south.
The main redwoods are in Northern California.
I'll show you exactly where they are. Go south to the border of the California. You're in Portland right now.
All this stuff will be amazing, but if I don't see the redwoods, it's a fucking waste as far as I'm concerned.
Keep going. Wait till you get across the border.
Yeah, it's Northern California.
Keep going.
Redwoods really aren't in Oregon.
Oh.
She lag.
We go to Nike, Eugene.
So, right there, that's where they're at. Redwood State Park. It's right there. That's where the ones you drive through. Crescent City.
That's where I need to be.
That's what I'm saying. We need to do that. Come down the coast. Go through that. We'll drop down into Northern Cali and then cut across. And we can see some friends in NorCal. And then we can, instead of going back through Reno and all that shit back north to Salt Lake like it's showing, we can cut straight across into Durango through the central part of Nevada, central part of Utah, and see some things we haven't done yet. Scroll out a little bit. Like further than that. I want to see some states.
Lagging.
But yeah, like I said, if you see how far north we have to be versus like if we're in San Francisco and we cut straight across, we're literally we're literally hitting Monument Valley. I mean, we'll have to find roads to do this, but I think that's gonna be I think that's a better idea because we can go through Yosemite, like the actual shit in Yosemite we didn't get to see last time. Cut across and hit some of the shit in the southern point.
Southern. You said it right.
Southern part of Utah back into like Durango or even into any of that around there. And you know, that's the loop. So we're not going to SoCal or Phoenix or any of that, but we're still catching that big loop and coming back to a central place. Because I know from Durango, we can make it home within a day and a quarter, 100%. And some of us can do it in a day.
All I know is take me by this little over. I'm gonna fight Nate Diaz.
Nate Diaz. All right. We done talked enough shit. Let's wrap this one up. How long are we doing it? It's on that, just on the YouTube.
I think this motherfucker pulled up his wrist and he ain't got a watch on. You like a hold on, let me look.
All right, come to Sturgis, be a man.
What is this? Y'all would have
No,
no
don't
time.
come-
Trailer
yeah,
park bars. Oregon
You
Coastal
ain't invited to
Vehicles.
Sturgis.
Buy a school bus.
Show up
100
to a
miles
camp
of
out,
radio.
bitch. Ain't nobody inviting you to Sturgis.
Or
Go to
Miles.
drunk. Don't worry about
Hey,
it.
Center
Pocatello-
Center of Idaho has the best rides.
Pocatello goes hard.
Oh.
Took me 2.5 days to get from Dallas to Twin Falls. Where's Twin Falls? You can go,
Idaho.
You can go hard in Pocatello. Ride them.
June, July get hot. August is
Whittington.
smoky.
Zach, turn those comments back up.
June, July,
Some
I
guys
like it.
dominated the comments.
Holy shit.
Bro, homeboy.
All right, hold on.
Homeboy's clearly got the insight.
Trailer Park Boys.
Homeboy's clearly bored on a Friday night. And,
Hey, so are we, bro. We're fucking sitting here.
he's on that West Coast time, son.
Took me 2.5 days to get from Dallas to Twin Falls. Where's Twin Falls? Smash Miles.
Hey, Brian, you want to see my butthole, homie? I'm about to show it to you. Son!
Okay.
Ain't unless he really wants it.
All right.
Now that we resolved.
Sturgis 2022.
Thank you guys for checking us out on Patreon.
2021, be a man.
What was
Uh,
this?